A lot of you people have things to say about my weight. You guys are always chastising how I look, and
It's no secret that weight management is a struggle for many people. With the abundance of tasty, calorie-dense foods and lavish lifestyles, it's easy to pack on those pounds. Unfortunately, some people take their unhealthy habits to the extreme, and it can lead to dire consequences. From being entirely bedridden to even being unable to lift a finger, these individuals learn the hard way that neglecting their bodies can have serious consequences. Here are 10 fat people who quickly regretted their life choices. Number 10. Susan Iman. Susan once consumed a staggering 30,000 calories in a single day. That's right, folks. She was chowing down on enormous meals left, right, and center. Greasy snacks, sugary shakes, and mammoth dinners were just a regular part of her diet. Why, you might ask? Well, she too had aspirations of becoming the world's fattest woman and America's largest bride. Her boyfriend was all in, but her two sons weren't too thrilled with the idea of their mother's life-threatening mission, and they voiced their concern. So Susan did the sensible thing and sought professional help from a weight loss clinic. She managed to lose almost half of her weight and was all set to marry. But wait, there's a twist. Her boyfriend called off the wedding because he thought she had changed too much after slimming down to a mere 450 pounds.
He's an asshole.
I know, right? Who the heck does that? Thankfully, Susan found love again with a better man, and together they set out on a mission to help her regain her previous size. Number 9. Monica Riley. Monica Riley had a big big dream to become the world's fattest woman. With a colossal weight of 700 pounds, Monica refused to stop there and was determined to reach her target weight of 1,000 pounds. Her secret? A gut-busting diet of 10,000 calories a day. Her fiancé, Sid Riley, was her loyal accomplice, spending most of his time catering to her insatiable appetite for high-calorie shakes. These shakes were no joke, containing double cream, Pop-Tarts, milk, and weight gain powder, all adding up to a whopping 3,500 calories per serving. With 20,000 online fans watching, Monica would guzzle it all down in a hilarious and original way through a funnel feeder. Can you imagine the looks on people's faces as they watched this spectacle?
This can't be real.
Number 8. Donna Simpson. Meet Donna Simpson, the big, beautiful woman who didn't give two shakes about counting calories. While the rest of us were trying to squeeze into our skinny jeans, Donna was upping her food game to a whopping 15,000 calories per day. She was determined to become the fattest woman ever, and boy did she earn her meals. She made a fat stack of cash performing as a supersized web model, raking in over $90,000 a year from her chubby, chasing fans who just couldn't get enough of her big appetite. At her heaviest, Donna weighed over 600 pounds, but most people remember her modest weight of 532 pounds when she was pregnant with her baby girl, Jacqueline. She actually earned the record for being the heaviest woman to ever give birth. But eventually, Donna ditched her dream of becoming the fattest woman ever after getting jilted by her fiancé and father of her baby. Well, you know what they say, ladies. Men may come and go, but pizza is forever. Like if you agree. Number 7. Ricky Jr. Naputi. Ricky Naputi had battled with food addiction for many years. His struggles were captured on a TLC documentary called 900 Pound Man, where TV crews followed him and his wife Cheryl for his final 3 years. And let us tell you, this guy was heavy. He hadn't walked on his own in over 7 years, couldn't walk without running out of breath, and was even too fat to consummate his own marriage. But there was still one thing he could do without a hitch: asking for more food. He just couldn't get enough of it. Unfortunately, Ricky desperately needed life-saving surgery, but all the doctors he contacted required him to lose at least 90 pounds on his own first. And let's just say that was easier said than done given his condition. In the end, his 10-year marriage broke down and he was left without anyone to help him with basic tasks like feeding and bathing. It's no wonder he fell into a deep depression over the state of his life. Ricky gave up at age 39. Number 6. Barry Austin. This guy took binge eating to a whole new level, pushing his weight up to a whopping 910 pounds. That's right, you heard us correctly. In a documentary that aired on Sky One, he confessed to devouring a staggering 29,000 calories a day and guzzling down up to 12 liters of fizzy drinks at a time. We're not sure how he managed to keep all of that down, but hey, to each their own, right? Anyway, he realized that his lifestyle was taking a dark turn and decided to take action to slim down for the sake of his health. He lost a whopping 280 pounds after having a gastric balloon fitted and limiting his caloric intake to a mere 1,500 calories per day. But sadly, after being bedbound for 6 long years, losing weight took a toll on his body, and doctors just couldn't save him. We hope he's in a better place. Number 5. Ann Yager. This woman made history as the heaviest woman ever recorded. She weighed in at an astounding 1,189 pounds, with some sources claiming she may have even reached 1,600 pounds unofficially. Her obesity was caused by an eating disorder that developed when she was a child after going through, let's just say, a not-so-appropriate experience with a relative. She found temporary relief in sweet treats, but life was never a piece of cake for her. Yager struggled with deep depression and obesity-related health problems throughout her life. At her heaviest, she was mostly immobile and had to rely on her own children, friends, and nurses to assist her. But her situation was so tough, doctors just couldn't save her. Number 4. Shannon Lowry. Shannon had been gaining weight faster than a kid in a candy store since she was just 7 years old. By the time she was 17, she already weighed a staggering 450 pounds. But don't worry folks, she's got a knight in shining armor in the form of her husband Simon Johnson. He's been her rock for the past 10 years, taking care of pretty much everything for her. From feeding her to helping her move around, he's done it all. And how did Dr. Now react when he saw her weight on the scale? Let's just say it wasn't pretty, 739 pounds. But things started looking up when Shannon lost a whopping 41 pounds after appearing on the show. Sadly, however, it seems like her progress has stalled since then. But hey, nobody said losing weight was easy. Let's keep rooting for Shannon and her journey towards a healthier lifestyle. Number 3. Khalid Ben Mohsen Shari. Khalid weighed a whopping 1,345 pounds at his peak, which meant he was pretty much confined to his bed for over 3 years. But don't worry folks, the Saudi King Abdullah wasn't going to let him stay that way. He stepped in and had Khalid transferred to a state-of-the-art hospital for treatment. You know, anything is possible among the Saudis. And boy, did it work. Shari managed to lose a whopping 700 pounds through a combination of gastric band surgery, rehab, exercise, and healthy eating. But wait, there's more. Khalid still had a long way to go to become the biggest loser in history, a title that was held by Rosalie Bradford, who lost 917 pounds. But some sources say that Khalid ultimately slimmed down to a friendly weight of 150 pounds after losing a whopping 1,195 pounds. That's right, he went from heavyweight champ to featherweight hero. Let's give a round of applause to Khalid for proving that with a little bit of hard work and dedication, anything is possible. Number 2. Kenneth Brumley. This guy weighed an incredible 1,033 pounds, which he managed to achieve with a daily diet of 30,000 calories. Talk about living life to the fullest, but things started to go downhill pretty quickly for Kenneth. He gained so much weight so fast that he was bedbound for 4 whole years, and his legs just couldn't handle the tremendous weight anymore. In fact, he was buckled under his own weight and went without a bath for 4 years. Gross, we know, but don't worry. Kenneth made headlines when he qualified for rehab at the Renaissance Hospital in Houston, Texas. It took an entire fire crew to get him out of his house and transport him to the hospital. And you won't believe what happened next. His daily calorie intake was reduced to a measly 1,200 calories per day, and he even underwent gastric bypass surgery once he reached a safe weight for the procedure. And that's right, folks. Half-ton dad went from living life to the fullest to living life on the lighter side. Now, before we mention number 1, we've got a little challenge for you. Pause the video and take 2 deep breaths. Breathe in and out, in and out. Well done. And now for number 1, John Brower Minogue. This guy was estimated to weigh over 1,400 pounds, which is basically like having your own gravitational pull. He was so big that they couldn't even weigh him on a regular scale. Believe it or not, this man even landed an interesting title for the greatest difference in weight between a married couple when his fiancée, Jeanette, who weighed a measly 110 pounds, said "I do" on their big day. Talk about a match made in heaven. But despite suffering from obesity since childhood, Minogue's weight was never an issue until he was diagnosed with massive generalized edema, a condition that doctors determined to be incurable and difficult to treat. He just kept getting bigger and bigger until his dramatic hospitalization due to congestive heart failure. It took about a dozen firefighters and medics to put him on a modified stretcher and onto a ferry to get him to the University of Washington Medical Center. But you won't believe what happened next. His treatment plan included a strict diet of only 1,200 calories per day, which helped him lose as much as 900 pounds. And that's right, he went from heavyweight champ to the biggest loser in history. Do you know anyone struggling with weight issues? Leave us a comment and share this video with a friend on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.